Alrighty, well, back again. Got another little short, sweet garage video for you. We're gonna give you a little carnage update before we break out the old grinding wheel and the welder and all the old good stuff. Ended up tearing up the cage a little bit down at BMR on the Bounty Hill. Part of it rolled over on the rocks, gonna tear up some stuff. Cage took it though, kept me safe, biggest thing out there. So big shout out to Dane with Black Market Fabrication. We got to talking about it. This buggy's probably been in touching the 100 rollover mark in its life, and for the majority of them, I've always had this stuff over my head. So big shout out to him for keeping the sense that I do have left still intact. But it ended up, I say we've fixed this cage before. Ended up hitting a real pointy one right there, dented it. We had previously fixed it here and here, so when it bent that down, it popped that weld right there, but it's got a slug, or it's essentially another piece of pipe inside of here from like here back to here. So that obviously is not going to go nowhere, but it pulled that weld out of the tube. But get that cut off, new piece of tube put inside of here again, and it ended up big A-pillar fan right here. Say this goes all the way down and ties into the frame down there, but ended up that stopped all the majority of the load, because had that not been there, it probably would have folded down quite a bit farther. But we'll get her cut back off here and probably slug it back down to the main post here, so we don't have to redo all these notches and tubes down here. So we'll just run a sleeve, a pipe down inside of here, get this new A-pillar bent back up for the new piece of pipe, and get her fit back into the regular roof line. And ended up tearing up the doors a little bit. Springs are getting a little weak, I guess, in their old age. The doors came open on the rollover, so ended up tearing up the doors just a little bit. And when she rolled over here, tore this door up and moved some stuff over here. Done the same thing. It popped the weld on our slug we got in here, because we've fixed this tube before. It's got just a little bit of a bow right here, so I think that's where a lot of the transition went, and it hit pretty hard right there in the intrusion bar. So, but we'll start getting her cut apart and getting her fit back together. Come on.
They lit me this morning. Hey, that's fucking
Alrighty, well, we got the all the bad parts cut out, and got the new side fitted in on the driver's side. Let you guys check out a little midway progress. Ended up, like I said earlier, we got a slug drove down in here, so it's slugged for, I think that's like a 7-inch piece. Fits down in there, and then we plug weld the slug, so that can't go anywhere. Tied it back into the upright, notched these two pipes out here, notched that one out right there. Same thing back here, it's got a slug drove in it back here to the bend. Also stops here, I think it's like 6 inches long. So we got that side all welded out. This over here is next in the culprit. Like I say, we'll get a slug and drive down inside the pipe there. Same thing back here. Get a new piece fit in, put back in the hole. Be back good as new. Come on. Alright. Alrighty, well, got the cage all put back together. Old Daddy Dane's over there fixing my shock that I broke in half. So, side turned out just as good as the other. Same thing, slugged it, new piece of pipe. Metal glue gun the welds back together. Even fixed the door. Works like it's supposed to again, so that's a plus. Yeah, so turned out as good as ever. Give her some more love with some spray paint. Get maybe a couple new panels put on it so we can get her stickered back up and looking right. And get Dane over here, he's playing with his favorite tools of mine. Giant shocks that look horrible. Say it broke the eyelet off. Pull the end of that out. Fun. So, say we'll get her spray painted back up, a couple new panels put back on her, and be good to go. Alrighty. Well, I know I said we were in and out the video, but gotcha, try again. So, I figure we'd show you this one. Remember a while back when we upgraded to the Ross Pilgrim's knuckles? He told me I was going to have a hard time breaking them. Turns out he was right. We moved the weak link to somewhere else. Let's say if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the Disney video before when Frankie and them let me run their ITP tires. And we tried the Hero line again. It came down and knocked the whole sidewall out of the tire and stuff. Well, turns out it went a little farther than that. This is a personal first for me. I've heard of a few people breaking these, but I've never broke one in 67 or 7,000 miles on this thing. So this is a first. I've bent the absolute hell out of rotors before, but never done this. So as you can see down in here, we have finally cracked the snout and pretty well about broke her off. So ended up having a little spongy brakes. Thought I just bent another rotor, but got to thinking about it and it's like, well, it can't bend the rotor if the spindle doesn't go anywhere. So the rotor is still straight. The actual hub flange is not. So that's interesting. I don't think this one was a nope, yeah, factory BRP part number. So factory Can-Am. Ended up buying one just to have as a spare because that is the original one from when Can-Am made it in 2020. So it's pretty interesting. I finally broken one of those. So I don't know if I should be excited about it, but we are. The knuckles held up, so if that's your deciding factor on whose knuckles to buy, I still think I would have broke a aluminum ZRP or whoever's billet knuckles there, unless you went to the Uniball stuff. Still think I might have broken a Uniball, but Ross's big 1.25" Heims and stuff took it like a champ. You see nothing's bent. Control arms are still good. Everything's made out of 1/2" steel and 3/8 plate. Wheel bearing's still good. Axle's still good. So guess we'll throw another $100 piece on it and send her on down the road. I do think we'll get a couple cans of rattle can and spray on this old girl sometime today or in the near future. And probably gonna end up putting a new body on it. So the old panels are starting to look a little rough in her old age, but we'll get her back looking rattle can right or something like that, and throw another $100 worth of aluminum on her and call her a day. So we'll get this thing thrown back together and might show you some of the final products for the panels and everything. If any of you guys are interested, we don't really do it or ask for it, but if any of you guys are interested in jumping on board, I know RPM's been a huge help. Crash City, Jay with Warpath Customs. Got a lot of really good guys out there that stand behind us. Mike with US Defense Solutions. Big shout out to all the people that's helped me over the years keep this thing rolling. We don't have a whole lot of sponsorships, but the ones we do have, we're super grateful for. Big shout out to all those guys. And if you guys are wanting to come on board, be sure and hit us up. We're gonna keep taking this thing to the top. We're gonna make her put out some videos, and probably gonna be in a TV somewhere, whether it's through us or Busted Knuckle or any of the other big names that's out there. She's definitely gonna make her way around the world this year. So big shout out to say all the sponsors. Dane with Black Market Fabrication. The dude probably secretly hates me, but for some reason he keeps telling me yes, he'll work on my junk because I bring her back in a shoebox every now and again. But Cobra Axles, got some new stuff going with them. I don't think I've really said this to anyone, but Cobra Axles ended up hooking us up with testing some new Cobra R's. So they're supposed to be bigger than the level 3 Cobras. I only have BMR on them. Had good luck out of their King Cobras, but over about a year span or so of me beating on them, I would start getting some play in them. Ended up breaking a couple. I do know that that's few and far in between of anyone that's broken a Cobra, but hi, how you doing? My name's Drew. If you got parts that want to be tested, I know the guy. So, but yeah, huge shout out to Cobra for getting me hooked up with a set of axles for this thing. And NSR, dude always takes care of me. Like I say, I'm probably sounding like I'm rambling, but can't be, got to support those guys that support you. So a huge shout out to all those guys. Appreciate the hell out of it. And we'll get back into throwing some panels on her and let you guys check her out when she gets all done. Come on. Alrighty, well, things escalated pretty quickly here in the old garage, and something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Never done it, never really had the time. Had a little bit of downtime with riding and work and everything, so I decided to tear it all apart since I had the cage, or all the interior pretty much out of it for fixing the cage with the seats and all that stuff was out. So I decided to go ahead and take all of it apart, and went and kind of hit it head on. It ain't the best of the work, but it'll do for who it's for. So it'll don't turn out too bad. Got all the plastics gone now. Ended up making a new piece for the back. And that blue's gonna come off. It's gonna get wrapped in the C-deck stuff. Ended up making 2 new tubs. So everything's now aluminum in it, no more plastic. Made me a little bit more space to hide all my aux beam switch panel, fuse box, amp for the stereo. Gotta get the battery mounted in there yet. It's just kind of sitting there. But made a new center console. Got the super low profile everything. Tried to keep everything low as possible. I don't know if you've ever drove an X3 and had a can of something in the cup holder. When you try to grab reverse and you got something in the cup holder, you bang the absolute piss out of your elbow. So got this stuff all down low enough now, even with a big Milwaukee locking cup. These things are pretty sweet. So you gotta get that thing finished mounted in there, but then lock in and obviously don't move. So that'll be super sweet. Got the aux panel switch panel, or the aux beam switch panel mounted down in there. Might have another couple little things to go right here. And then this is going to get, obviously this tunnel is going to get finished out. And going to get this put down in here. Something along the lines of obviously flat. Got some more trimming and stuff to do. And that's going to have a cooler sit there. Milwaukee makes a foldable like lunchbox pack out cooler. So it's going to get that put down in there. New dash piece. A couple new panels up in there. And should be good to go. Get her all painted up and let you guys check her out. Come on. Alrighty. Well, it's a little after 3 in the morning now. We're supposed to be leaving at like 7 in the morning to go to Hillbilly Trails. So, but ended up pulling some strings and making some stuff happen on the old girl. Got it all done. Turned out pretty decent, I'd say. Could be a little better, could be a little worse, but be pretty happy for what it is. Give me some cooler space. It's got Milwaukee lockable cups, the whole 9 yards. So I'll let you guys check it out here. So you say it's got that pack out in here. So this is removable. It doesn't move around. Say it's got the 2 Milwaukee cups in there. Of course, you know we had to make them our own. So put some grip tape down here in the floorboard, because went ahead and made a aluminum floor pan for it too down there. Just a nice, simple, clean, simple dash. Got the 4-wheel drive button, the gauge cluster selector, and the start button up there in the top. Got the winch and stuff mounted down here, and got my aux beam switch panel to control all the lights and all the other good jazz down there in the bottom. But I'd say it turned out pretty good. Go over and get you a little driver seat perspective of it. So here, sitting in the driver's seat here, as always, real big about hitting my elbow with the factory cup holders, and you'd have a can or anything in it, you reach down and hit the shifter, and you come back and you just TKO your elbow. Ended up getting these sunk down as low as possible, so now I can shift the thing and not TKO my arm no more. So that's super nice. Super excited about that. The cooler, I ordered 2 of these from old Amazon, and it's like 4 inches bigger than what it's advertised as, which usually you don't get that very often. Usually it's always smaller, but in this case I would have liked to have a little bit smaller one. Could have compacted it in there, but still got plenty of room down here for the old gas pedal area, hitting the old skinny pedal. So but yeah, I'd say it turned out pretty good. So appreciate the hell out of you guys watching, and if you're in the market to spend some money with some of our good group of sponsors you got, their links are down below for in the description. Got quite a few good groups in there, and pretty good discount too for the most part. So appreciate the hell out of you guys watching. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some stuff coming from Hillbilly Trails. It's looking like it's gonna be a pretty good chance of rain, so probably gonna be a lot of mud and slop, but that's what we're here for. So come on.